What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back here again today for another video. So today we got the BFR for Game 31 versus the Colorado Avalanche, 7:30 game on December 19th. In the lineup was no Makar for Colorado. He was out with an injury, and Kurashev was out for the Blackhawks with an illness. So Colin Blackwell makes a season debut after being injured in the preseason. They were doing the second ever Hawks cast. There we go. We're back. We disappeared for a second. They did the second ever Hawks cast for yesterday's game, and then Brian Bickle, Brandon Bollig, and John Scott all made appearances. Tony Granato made one on the first one. All these former players coming back. It's cool to see. The score ends up being 3-2 for Chicago as they upset Colorado. That was a very big shocker. I was expecting a blowout in Chicago. I'm out of breath. I did my pre-workout stuff for the gym because I'm going to the gym right after this. So the Hawks go to 10-20-1. They get outshot 37-22. What a performance by Mrazek. Hits 23-14 Chicago. Faceoffs 25-23 Chicago. Power play, Chicago goes 1 for 6, but that one was the game winner. Colorado goes 2 for 3, and those were both equalizers. Mrazek saves 35 out of 37. Georgiev saves 19 out of 22. And let's go to the first period where Drouin had a near break that was stopped by Mrazek. Rantanen is saved, and then at 12:31, it's a Chicago goal to Ryan Donato, his 5th of the season from Zaitsev and Bedard to make it 1-0. Then what happened there was Zaitsev hit the post on a wrist shot. The rebound came right behind Georgiev, and Donato was right there. He puts it right in. No contest, open net. It's 1-0 Hawks. 10:53, Chicago penalty to Foligno for tripping, and at 10:38, so 15 seconds later, Colorado responds. It's a power play one-timer goal from Valeri Nichushkin with his 14th of the season from Drouin and McKinnon to make it 1-1. And then at 10:18, 30 seconds after that, Chicago takes another penalty. It's Bedard for holding the stick. And then at 8:35, after several denied attempts, Mrazek is standing on his head in the crease. One finally gets through and on a stuff-in. It's another power play goal from Valeri Nichushkin with his 2nd of the game. 15th of the season from Rantanen and Malinsky to make it 2-1. Chicago then responds a minute and a half later themselves with a goal from Lucas Reichel. He gets his 3rd of the season. Hopefully this will finally get him going. From Bedard and Donato to make it 2-2. That first line, Bedard, Reichel, and Donato was pretty good tonight. Whatever right there. Oh, that was something else. Colorado had the jump early, but the Hawks were catching up to start the second period. 14:41, Colorado penalty to Wood, which would be served by Drouin as Wood was hurt on the play. He would return to the game. It would be killed off, but what was Wood thinking? He just kind of rammed Donato right in front of the Hawks bench and the puck wasn't even near him. I'm not sure what was going on there. 9:59, Chicago penalty to Murphy for interference, which would be killed. 3:01, Colorado penalty to McDermott for hooking, which would also be killed. We go to the third period where Colorado really started to take over the play, although they get a penalty to Nichushkin for holding, which would be killed, and then they get another penalty. That was at 16:15. But then at 12:02, they get another penalty. It's Wood again for holding the stick, and that one would not be killed. It's on the power play. Firstly, Nikita Zaitsev was on the power play. I'm not sure who came up with this genius decision, but it worked. Tyler Johnson gets his 7th of the goal on a tic-tac-toe tap-in on the power play. 7th of the season from Foligno and Zaitsev. So Zaitsev picking up 2 helpers. That makes it 3-2 with 11 and a half to go. And on that, once they scored, Wood gets another penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct along with a 10-minute misconduct. So he's basically out of the game. The penalty would be served by Myers, but it was just bizarre. Wood was, I don't know what was going on with Miles Wood. Then Georgiev was to the bench at 1:55. Blackwell had a huge hit on McKinnon, and that would lead to some stuff later. It's a timeout with 53 seconds left. 34 seconds. It's a Chicago and Colorado both get coincidental 10-minute misconducts. It's Phillip and Johansson. Johansson gets the extra penalty for cross-checking Blackwell in the back of the head in retaliation for the hit on McKinnon, which was a clean hit. But then Johansson just goes up behind him, and that's why Phillips gets the 10-minute misconduct, because he went after him after he saw that. But the penalty's killed off because there's only 34 seconds. They never get a chance to pull Georgiev again. It was getting scrummy, and the game ended. Chicago upsets Colorado in Chicago, and they get a win that they needed after losing 4 in a row. So the next game will be, I'm not actually sure, when is the next game? Let me check that real quick. The next game will be, if I can check, more games. Against Montreal on Friday. So we get a 2-day break. That'll be on December 22nd at 7:30, and then they go on a road, home, and then they have a 5-game road trip going into January. So yeah, that's going to be all I have for you guys in this one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment down below on this upset and what your thoughts about it were. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.